I've got a really good one here somewhere. All right, that's how I feel right now. I feel like sneezing. And it's got the totally wrong display there. We might as well go like this, and we'll be like this, and then we'll be like this over here. Oh, look at that! Oh my God, this is just totally insane. All right, Ron, what do you think? We stay like this?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so Music Therapy Labs here with Ron Gunner from Fretworks Guitar Works Shop Place, whatever. I don't know, man. I can't keep it together. Today's already been a complete, you know what they say in the military, a cluster. You know what? Rhymes with duck.
Foobar.
Yeah, Foobar, right? Yeah, I remember when that came out. With what was that? The one with you know, Kurt Russell, where he was like saving the world from the Chinese, like, God, what was that called?
Escape
Something
from LA?
Express? No, it's something Express, China Express. I
Oh,
think that's what it was. You ever see China Express? Well, that's brilliant, crazy 80s style movie stuff. All right, here we are. Part 2. StreamYard. That's how I feel right now. You forcing us to have vertical on our YouTube when we don't have a choice, because you know what? If I could choose it, that'd be great, but I can't choose it. So now I've got half my viewers watching vertical, chatting on that vertical stream. They don't see the other chat people in the horizontal screen. I don't even know which one I'm on right now, to be honest. I gotta go check on my YouTube and see what's going on here, you know. Oh my God, this is insane. Thank you, StreamYard, for taking a really simple, not complex system and mucking it up with the duck. Roxy's here though, right? Roxy's right up there. Am I pointing in the right direction? Oh, you know what? Can I switch? Yeah, here's Roxy. Now, when I'm pointing here, because I have this mirrored, am I pointing at Roxy or am I not?
you're pointing it. No, you're not.
See, so that's so wrong. That again, then why have this mirrored thing if it's like out of orientation? None of it makes sense. Anyway, so thank you, StreamYard, for making this that much not so fun. All right, on to the show. This is the Gear and Demo Show. We're just demonstrating how StreamYard has really mucked it up.
If all the chatters want to get together, all of you join the horizontal.
If you can. If you have a choice. Do you have a choice? I think you have a choice, right?
Yeah, you can pick either one.
You go to YouTube and you can either pick horizontal or vertical. Oh, and then when I click that, it's starting right now. Oh, that's weird. How? What? No. Hold on a second. No, okay, they are both starting right now. It says 11 seconds. That's a long delay. That makes no sense at all. God, is there anyone in here? There's 16 people in here suffering with us. Wow, but up here it tells me 28 people. Okay, I'm going to point this way, but I bet you it's going to point to that, the number, or am I not right? Over there?
No, they don't see the number.
Oh, they don't.
Nope.
That's right. Okay, that's
I don't even see it. It's just the host.
You don't see it, but you can see Roxy, but Roxy's above. If I go like this, it doesn't show me pointing at Roxy.
The other side.
Are you sure? Because I'm looking at it on my phone. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, wait a minute. It doesn't even have Roxy on this one. See, Holly says she's always watching horizontal on hers. Replay crew. She's making comments. She's not even in the live stream yet. All right, you guys, try to figure it out. Thank you, StreamYard, for complicating a simple system of going online on YouTube. Maybe we should just go right to YouTube, but then how do you bring guests? Can you do that with YouTube now without StreamYard? Why doesn't YouTube do that?
I have no idea.
Get rid of all these people and charge an extra $5 a month or something, and there you go. All right, here we go. So we are here. Sad day for some of us who remember Randy Rhoads, right? And I'm going to cough, so you have to say something wrong.
Randy Rhoads. You can see behind me, right here.
Have to get that out. So I got some Randy Rhoads paraphernalia over here. I got the Randy Rhoads wine bottle right there. I got the Randy Rhoads pedal right there. There's me as a Funko Pop. There's Ozzy without Rhodes, or the band was renamed without them knowing about it. Then we've got, thank you for Bob Daisley telling us the true story. And then here we've got, of course, the tribute album, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Diary of a Madman right there. And then we've got this. Thank you very much, Bob Daisy. I thought that was coming from Uncle Raymond, but Amanda got it from Bob. So Amanda, you rock. Amanda's so amazing. And in the other show, whichever one you were watching, Uncle Raymond was talking to us about his wonderful niece, Amanda Peters, who recently painted a gem for Steve Vai, and it's, I think, in a display somewhere in a museum or something like that. It's amazing. God, can we find that?
It's on her Facebook page.
Even though it's not a Randy Rhoads thing. Let's go to my Facebook here. This content is not available right now. What? Oh, maybe because I'm going live to it from my. I don't know. That's okay. Whatever. I'm not going to do it now. Too much stuff going on here that doesn't make sense. Okay. I did it on my phone here. Let me look up Amanda. I've already been talking for 45 minutes and nothing good has come of it. Oops, wrong one. Where is it? I don't know them by heart yet. No, I don't want the oh yeah one. I want the laughter one. Where's the laughter one? Oh, what? Thank you. Oh, it's on this one. That's why. Okay, where is it? Laugh. All right, that's enough. Enough of those. Enough of those tonight. She has 2 photos. Okay, let's see. There she is. And let's see if we can find that post. Yeah, man, this is cool. It has this very Ren and Stimpy look to it, if you know what I mean. Some of you guys Ren and Stimpy fans? I got to put
The
it
kids were. I weren't.
in the center for the vertical thing, right? So I got to pay attention. I got to be in the middle now. Oops. No, well, how'd that happen?
I have no idea.
My God. That is cool, right?
Yep.
Doesn't it have kind of Randy? I mean,
yeah, it's got a Nickelodeon cartoon thing to it.
Kind of reminds me of the Ren and Stimpy kind of stuff. There's Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Way cool. Super cool guitar. Anyway, she's just such an amazing artist. Awesome. Applause for her. So I'm not in the right position, right? If I'm not in the middle, then you guys are, how are you seeing me in this thing, right? See, I'm like, not, I'm not in the shot. See? So weird, man. Okay. This is so uncomfortable. StreamYard, I'm done with you. What is it called again? I'm going to move to your thing.
EVMUX.
EVMUX. I'm moving to EVMUX. Done. All right. Can we talk about the subject? Oh my God. Randy Rhoads. All right. So, you know, I don't want to talk right now because my voice is kind of crackling and all that from talking for 45 minutes and complaining. Lewis
brought up a good thing. The music he would have made up until today and collaborations with other guitarists would have probably been crazy awesome.
Can you imagine? Oh, yeah. Because think about it. This guy at his time was very into the classical thing. He had already told Sharon and Ozzy he wasn't going to tour with them anymore, but he'd write music for them. So he could have gone on and done his own thing. He had enough at that time of a following that would have been no problem. It would have been able to pull it off monetarily. And he wanted to start like a school, and probably he would have had a studio and all this kind of stuff, you know. If Sharon would have paid him, because that's another thing that we know about. We know about that. You know, some of these people didn't get paid that were a big part of making that music what it is. And that's part of the way the business is. We all have, you know, seen that kind of thing. You know, I've had that happen to me when I put a studio together in the 90s, and I spent a lot of time and effort and money into something that did not go as planned. And that's kind of like part of what I was telling you the other day. I won't go into any further, but why I was kind of saying that, be careful of what your expectations might be because things probably won't go the way you expect them, and people don't always, act in the way that you would or whatever. And I couldn't blame that guy. He was into EDM. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't tell me in the beginning that that's what he wanted to do because it wasn't that hot of a thing yet. He just wanted to do recording and have a studio, and I'm like, yeah, I was trying to do that with another friend of mine, but he just wasn't coming, and we had rented a space where we were doing it, and I'd be in there by myself. I'm like, I might as well do this at home. Why am I paying money for a studio and I should be practicing with somebody and nothing's happening? And he got recently married and all that, that kind of stuff happens. But the bottom line is, things do change. People want to change things up, and that's kind of the big part about this industry. Like my sister right now, of the band Then Die, who's going to be playing once again. I'll tell you. I'll put it in the middle of the screen here because otherwise vertically no one will see anything. At the Whiskey this weekend, Saturday night, they're going to be the second to the top bill there, playing at the Whiskey Go Go, Hollywood, California. And I'm taking my 80-year-old mom down again with me. That's right. Yep, where's that button? She's gonna have a good time. I can guarantee that. She had a great time last time. We're staying in a really cool Hollywood kind of. It's kind of like an apartment building, but they rent out the places that are empty, and it's got this really cool rooftop kind of lounge esque kind of barbecue space and a pool and everything. It's not really that much more expensive than like the Motel 6 right around the corner because they charge you $30 a night for parking, whereas this place doesn't. And that savings alone, plus because I use booking.com so much, I'm on what they call genius level 1000 or something, because I've used it to do all of our trip plans and stuff like that with family for the last like 10 years or whatever. So, I've got a lot of clout there and I can get great deals and whatnot. And it's a great place. So my sister and her boyfriend grabbed a spot there too. My mom and I, and even Brent was going to come down, but now he's got to work. So I'm sorry you can't make it, Brent. I know you're working tonight too, man. Working hard, but I'm glad you're working, dude. I'm hoping you're happy, doing that. When I'm back in a couple weeks after that, I want to come visit you. We got to go play some golf, and my mom, I can drop her off to visit some family that's up there, and I'll play golf with you, and then we'll hang out with them for dinner or do something like that later. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try to work it out. But all right, let's see what else people are saying. Hey, Ryan Hall, what's going on? Yeah. So Peggy Amanda sent me a photo of Steve Vai signing the guitar body shell that she took. Okay, very cool. And then painted that, right? Awesome. Yeah, exactly, right? So imagine this is what you were saying before too, right? Randy Rhoads Starlicks or some type of guitar method thing on VHS video somewhere out there surfaced out of the blue.
That would be cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, he did go to a lot of every place he went, he stopped and took a lesson. Not taught a lesson, took a lesson because he was just 25, And when you listen to some of the stuff he was doing with, the two bands that he was with, because I have to redo the description after the show, but let me read to you what I Google AI'd. Gemini helped me out. She's pretty cool lately. Let's see. What does she have to say about Randy? Well, I asked, tell me about Randy Rhoads in his passing. So he says the anniversary of his death is today, March 19th, 2026, marks the 44th year anniversary of Randy's passing. He died on March 19th, 1982 in Leesburg, Florida at the age of 25 in that tragic, really almost suicidal, plane crash. If you guys look into the story of that, I think that guy was losing his mind.
And Randy had only been 25 for 3 months.
Geez, so he was barely 25. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize 22 and 23 when he wrote those two albums.
Yeah. And I'm sure they were already working on new stuff, which I'm curious about. Did any of that surface? Because we did hear recently, Johnny Bean actually had on his show earlier today. He was commemorating Randy too. You really helped him get on the kick a little bit and understanding Randy a little bit more. The thing about that is that was a recording that Bob Daisley had.
Yeah.
And if you saw that show,
that's the Holy Grail tapes Bob's got.
Yeah, the Holy Grail tape. So there's a little snippet there of them working on, I think the solo to, Mr. Crowley, if my recollection of the solo was correct. The one who
Yeah.
I can sing the whole thing. Yeah. Anyway, there's lots of great solos and great lines that
Yeah.
Randy came up with, man.
Well,
But some of
Wolfie
that
says
stuff
that
came
is
from
Wolfie
before.
says the Mr. Crowley solo is probably one of the best solos ever recorded on metal
I
music.
I totally agree. Wolfie's he knows what he's talking about too, and it's very well put together.
Hmm.
And that is kind of a little bit of a difference between Randy and say Eddie. Eddie was a more improvisational player. He knew what he was doing though. I mean, he was trained classically on the piano, so he knew what he was doing. He understood theory and all that kind of stuff. But like he picked up fairly early in life too. That's music theory. It's just there's no rules here. Let's break some. Because everything that blues and jazz and everything his dad was playing on clarinet, there were no rules. To a degree there were in jazz, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be like playing inside and outside and behind the pocket and all this kind of stuff. Where you're not perfectly on time. That's the one thing that you'll notice between classical players and jazz or rock or blues players. Classical players play right on the money. It's so hard to get them to swing. And even when I've been to symphonies where they try to do that music and they try to swing and they kind of swing, if they play a song, that's got a little of that in there, you know, um, some of them can, but I tell you, that's the difference between some players that are more intuitive, and more play by feel. And that's where you bring someone into a modern studio and they dot matrix everything or whatever you call it. They quantize it all and everything's lined up, and now all the feel's gone. The drummer comes back. I think there's a famous saying, right, where the drummer comes back, he's like, what the fuck did you do with my drums? He was like, oh, I what the hell, I tried to move the box out of the way and the dog almost bit my finger off. Anyway, yeah, the weird thing is, here, let me get this out of here. It's driving me nuts. Um, the weird thing is that, the guy didn't understand. He thought he was fixing it. And I think that's what's happening in the world right now with music altogether, with AI and everything too. Is it's like it's telling us what's good, and we're like going, nah, that's not. It doesn't sound right. Something's wrong. Something doesn't sound real. But even Rick Beato recently was on CBS, Good Morning CBS or whatever, and they talked about that. I forget the name of the fake AI character singer that he created in a few minutes, prompted it, and I think he said that you have to do like maybe 100 prompts to get one that actually comes out to what you're thinking might work with some song lyric ideas or whatever thrown in there. But it's fascinating how now we're getting fed this stuff, and there's a lot of fake AI bands online right now. I'm sure you could probably tell Suno or something like that, hey, create me a Randy Rhoads style guitar player doing some of those Randy Rhoads style, licks, but mix in a little Ingve, and then or something like that, or Shanker or whatever, right? Even though there was a little of that.
An
If you listen to
interesting
Shanker,
mix would be Randy and Eddie.
yeah, well, that would be, I don't know if that would work. Because that's the thing is they were, like Eddie was classically trained too, you know, but yeah, I'm just saying that the way the music business has changed and how different it is now, and things like algorithms force you to do things you probably wouldn't want to do, or there's a lot of this going on everywhere in the world right now because conflict gets clicks, and people like to see the train wreck even if they don't want to see the dead bodies. They still can't help but look, and so that's what advertisers want. They want to get your emotions going, and they push you that direction with music and whatever other scenes and pictures and videos. Kids are seeing stuff that even grown adults would never have seen in their entire life for the most part. And by the time you're probably 8 or 9 years old, you've seen that, all the mayhem and chaos that the world's got to offer on a little screen right in front of you. So it's a pretty crazy world when you think about it. And that's kind of funny that, my channel called Music Therapy Labs is kind of about how do we handle this? How do we deal with this? Or just talking about it, bringing it up, On my Music is Therapy show on Sunday, I was going to talk about online bullying and stuff like that. I've talked about it before. I've talked about bullying in general before, but the online bullying thing definitely. And, sometimes it's very subtle. And sometimes, people might not even know or think that they're doing it. And, this is what happens. Humans are human and we make mistakes or we do things that we shouldn't and we regret it maybe, you know, and then we'll do it again anyway. It is who we are, you know. But we have to try to deal with it somehow, right? And that's partly why, we're here talking. We talked quite a bit over the last few days. And yeah, it's how to deal with all this, how to absorb it, you know, where to put it in the context of your life, how you're gonna handle it and deal with it. Some people can't, don't want to, and just walk away. And I can understand and respect that too. At the same time, we all have lives and we all have the things that we want to do, and sometimes that stuff comes with it. Just like in the music business, people dealt with what they had to. I'm sure, he wasn't really happy about how he was being treated by Sharon, Bob Daisley, but he dealt with it. He still kept writing music for him, even though he didn't get his name on the album when he wrote all that music with Brandy and Ozzy and Kerslake,
Well,
right?
look on the back of your Diary of a
Yeah.
Madman.
Oh, Diary
On the
of
back cover. Who's it showing the photo? Oh,
just Ozzy and
okay.
another dead body there. Maybe that's Bob.
That's Ozzy's first son.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Um, I have the. Hold on. I don't know if I got it. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Got a cough again. Barely could get the button. Anyway, so what's Holly saying here? Okay, Peggy, understood. I have my laptop cupped up to my big screen. Phone is too small for my eyes. Yeah. Does this help, Holly? Oh my god.
I have the picture disc. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But here's
Yeah.
the bad part. This is what made, I was so happy when I got this. I was like, yeah, this is great. And then I go pull the album out.
And it's not on there?
Hold on. I pull the album out, and this is what they show.
What?
Yep. Do you see
Wow.
Bob or
No.
Lee? There
No.
you go.
Oh my god, me too. I just got me too'd.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
the
not a
first
mentor.
time I talked
Okay,
with
but here
Bob,
it does say all songs written by Ozzy Osbourne, Randall Rhoads, Robert Daisley, and Lee Kerslake, except You Can't Kill Rock and Roll and Believer, written by Ozzy, Randy Rhoads, and Robert Daisley. So Kerslake wasn't involved in that one song. 1981, Blizzard Music Ltd, Korg Music, all rights reserved, listed by permission.
the first time I got to talk to Bob, I asked him. I told him, I
would
got
be
this.
pissed.
I said, I got this. I said, I was
Talking
all
about
excited.
respect.
I was all excited, and I opened it up and I saw that, and I said, I just got instantly mad. He goes, well, how you think Lee and I felt?
Well, I'm surprised they didn't go right to lawyers and just sued, but they probably didn't have the money for that. But they could have probably got a lawyer to fight that pro bono and say, "Hey, wait a minute here, this is not how this works." But it depends on what their contract said. Maybe they didn't even have a contract yet, and that's why they could pull that BS, right? By the way, my sister's playing at the whiskey. Why does it, when I click on the main thing, why does it go to you instead of me? Here you go. There it is. I'm wearing the shirt right now. That's this Saturday. Come down if you're in the LA area. or just check out their song. Oh, I know my fingers look disgusting because I was working on a job yesterday and it got all chewed up. That's what happens. So I'll hide my finger. There we go. Some people get like squirmish. There you go. So there was 4 people in the band. There's 3 now, apparently. That's the way it is. All right, back to this view. How about that?
There you go.
But you look shorter. What happened, man?
Nothing, I sat up.
No, I mean you gotta get up higher. Or do I have to go down? You gotta go low. Hold on. That's as low as this is as low as I can go.
Well, I tilted the camera tilted too.
All right, that's good enough, right? All right, Mike Wood. What's up? I jokingly call him Mike Woods because one time I was saying Mike Woods because Woods is like you know. Anyway, I'm watching on my phone. How am I supposed to scan that QR code? You just good question. Screenshot it. Okay, screenshot it. Send it to yourself an email, and then take your camera over it, and then there you go. Or open it on a laptop and use your phone on the laptop or on the TV. Right? Yeah, that never happens in bands, right? Yeah. What cracks me up is that, I mean, I'm sure they were happy to be on the band no matter what. That's the thing, bands like Ozzy's got hot so fast, and he'd already come from a, pretty reputable, well-known heavy metal band, Black Sabbath, prior to that. So he had a name already, and that's why they knew they could get away with it. And they didn't pay a lot of people, but neither did Dio when he went solo after he left Sabbath. There's a lot of stuff about them not paying people too.
Yeah, that's why Vivian Campbell.
And he was that guy's one of the underrated guitarists out there, along with Mary Kay and so many others, right? By the way, that's true. There are a lot of women guitarists that don't get mentioned. And it is women's month, right? World Women's Month or something, isn't it?
Yeah. March, yeah.
So, shout out to people like Amanda and, everyone else that's a girl rocker, like my sister Monica, who plays drums and started this band. She said she was going to make this into a girl band, like a thrash metal girl band, but she couldn't find any other thrash metal girls to join her. So, so they're too smart to join rock and roll, and I don't know, whatever. So, when is the band you hope you can make some? When you're in a band, right? Yeah. Oops, Nita Strauss. I clicked on the wrong one. When you're in a band, you hope you can make some money. That's right. Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah, it's rough, man. Yeah. Yeah, they did them. But he did continue to write music for them all the way into what was it? Bark at the Moon, or was the last one?
Zach.
No, even with Zach. Wow. And he still didn't get credit and paid properly. I mean, they must have paid him something because you got to eat.
He wouldn't be doing it if he didn't.
No, but he didn't get publishing rights or what?
He did. He ended up getting. I can't remember now. He did end up getting something, but nothing. I don't think anything from the first 2 albums. So
that's just nuts because those were the 2 biggest ones. I mean, they play Crazy Train at NFL things and football games and kids soccer leagues and stuff like that. It's like Crazy Train and I Don't Know and all these songs.
Well, that's like Burton Cummings from the Guess Who.
Yeah,
he never made any money off of what was that? These Eyes do 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 do. That where that song was.
Oh, that was a huge song in the 70s.
Yeah, but once it hit 1 million plays, he started getting money for it.
So, 1 million plays where? On the radio or
just 1 million plays, 1 million recorded plays, and like the radio shows and stuff that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He started
after hit that 1 million, he started getting paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Nita Strauss, she could play. God, what's her name? The one with her little bird Cookie, the German or Austrian chick. God, she was at Hennings. You know who I'm talking about. God, why can't I think of her? She's an awesome player too. Holy crap. All right.
So is Courtney Cox.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of
And
great
not
players and
the
singers
Friends
and
actor.
rockers and all kinds of. Trying to find her here. Oh, there's Lori Tucker. Lori Tucker. Rob Pierce. I clicked on Rob's Instagram and joined that one. Well, there's Brittany. She plays Pete Thorne's drummer girlfriend, but I think she can sing too and stuff. So she can play bass. And where is she? Oh, Guitar Max talked about the guitar today. He sent me that link.
Mm-hmm.
We should share that link. You guys got to check this out. Do you want to show that guitar at all today?
Yeah,
or you?
It's right here.
Let me go ahead and look that up. Let me go to YouTube here. Make sure I silencio on
Tomorrow
it.
gets wired up.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Oh, Rock Buzz put up the Randy Rhoads Crowley rehearsal tape thing surfaces. All right, hold on. Let me put this in. So, what was I going to show you guys?
Guitar Max.
Oh, Guitar Max, because I was thinking about the other girl. Guitar Max. Okay, let's see. Guitar Max. Yeah, here's this. So this is super cool, you guys. He happens to be talking about the guitar that we're doing as a giveaway. Here we go, copied. I'll put this into the chat. Paste. Yeah, go ahead and open that in a separate browser if you don't mind. Or you can do the refresh. Refresh. You can jump out and jump back in if you know what I mean. So I'll show you guys this though. Let me go ahead and bring that up.
Well, this one's like a lot different than what he's showing now, but
yeah. Hold on, I'll slow you in a minute. Let me bring this up. Share screen. I had to cough again. Okay. There we go. So that's what the headstock looked like.
And now it looks like this.
And now it looks like this. Right? So we went EVH.
But I did leave the red in the truss rod
cool.
cover.
I think that's cool. Right on. All right. And the reason why we did that is because I was doing my research on the Eddie Van Halen influence on Kramer and their influence on him. I guess they were trying to get him to show their guitars, right? And yeah, there you go, Ron. And let me show you some pictures of that. I think I have them in screenshots, or where do I have all those pictures?
Wiring is done tomorrow, Peggy. I'm going up. And we're both going to work on it till it's done.
So here's the one that I saw at this is the one that I saw at this is the Indonesia version that I saw at the Starving Musician. Johnny tipped me off. He's like, oh, they have one of those as a Starving Musician. You got to go check it out. I'm like, oh, right on. He's like, they've got a bunch of Kramer guitars there. So I went there, checked that one out. And let me find it. It's probably under Music Therapy Last. Yeah. So here's Edward, right? And he had one with the brass or gold colored Floyd. I don't know if the picture shows the color very well. There you go.
Yeah, that's the gold
Still
one.
has that, not commonly known for the Kramers, those mini switches. And he went with the speed knobs, and that's what we did. Okay, headstock there. And then there are other pictures of him playing that kind of neck. Come on, do it. Do it. There we go. Just doesn't want to do it. This is why doing this way sucks. Should like save the photo to the laptop, right? But there he is with that. And then what I noticed is that it had these gold Spurzell style tuners on them. And so I thought, well, let's do this kind of to look like the Eddie thing, right? the Pacer series, right? These are photos from back in the day that I took from the web. And there's Edward in a black and white photo, unfortunately, but he's playing another white one like that, or holding it for probably a photo shoot for an ad. Come on, focus. God, it's so hard to do this. There we go. You see that all right? Anyway, look at that hair. Holy crap. Man, those days were funny. So yeah, I thought it was cool. Oh, here's another good shot. This one's kind of colorized. It almost looks like it's a colorized photo.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But there, even though it looks like it's white there, it's actually the raw maple headstock. So that's why I wanted Ron to do that. No, on that one, it's white. I lie. So anyway, that's what I was going for. I was going for that look. Kind of like in this previous video I did, I posted that picture of him holding the that Frankenstein body with the Kramer neck with the, the duck bill or whatever. That's what they call that headstock, right?
Beak.
The beak headstock there, and it had the gold tuners. So that's why we went with the gold tuners, and that's what Ron's got. Show that again, Ron. And that's why Ron did that on there, right? And yeah, it does have the little.
And these are StewMac tuners, by the way.
Yeah, good quality. Who makes those for StewMac? Hipshot or
I don't know.
I wonder. Let's look it up. Let's see.
So and the frets are nice and polished.
Who makes the StewMac tuners for StewMac Pearson?
And then pull back.
So they say that they don't disclose that. Though the hardware lines are produced through a combination of in-house manufacturing and specialized partnerships with Waverly Tuners. These high-end tuners are manufactured in-house by StewMac at their facility in Bozeman, Montana. And then also Golden Age Tuners, proprietary brand, is designed by StewMac and produced to their exact specs. While often compared to vintage clues-on designs, some specific models in this line have been identified by users as being manufactured by Ping. And then electronic tuners. StewMac is a major retailer for Peterson strobe tuners. Okay, that's a different kind of tuner. That's not the tuners I was talking about. These aren't the tuners.
I had to 3D print this cover.
Yeah, good job on that, by the way. Looks nice.
But
looks nice.
Because it didn't have this. So
yeah, we got that. Switch. So that's another thing. I got to get in touch with Rob and try to see if we can get him on the show for when I have that here. But you know what? I'm starting to think twice about this. I'm thinking that it might be kind of stupid to pay shipping twice with how expensive shipping is now, Maybe we'll just have you ship that direct to the winner. So if you guys haven't heard, I came up with a way to make this contest open to the entire wide world. As long as you're not like in somewhere where I can't even purchase something in your country, like let's say Russia or something like that. I tried to get a gift card to a guy in India. That didn't even work. Couldn't even make that happen. I was trying to find like some friend of mine who had a Amazon India kind of card and she could do it, but I tried so hard. It was torturous. Oh, there you go. Floyd Royce. Did I just say Floyd Rose? Floyd Rose. Yeah. That guitar, if you watch that Mad Max, or I call him Mad Max sometimes. If you check out this guy here, Max, should I play it? Can you guys hear it too loud? That's talk, by the way. Sorry about the cough, dang it. Anyway, so Guitar Max, cool dude. I met him at NAMM this year, and I was joking with him, dude. You and I are as far as I know, the only two people that do their unboxings with swords on occasion. And you thought that was funny. It's hilarious. Yeah, Mad Max, right? Yeah, Guitar Max.
Well, this
That's
has
Guitar Max playing, Peggy. He can play. That guy's a ripper. But let me finish talking about Max real quick. So Max goes on and talks about how that guitar, basically out of the box, if you just do a quick, like what he calls the sponge sandpaper kind of sponge edge
yeah.
takedown, it's quick and easy, fast way to knock down the sharp edges on a guitar like that. You don't have to care. It's got satin. Who cares, right? Satin finish, and it's not gonna.
Yep.
You're not gonna mess it up. So he just takes like one of those skinny sponge, 220 or even sometimes 320 or 340 grit sandpaper thing, just like do that with it. Oh my god, I can only imagine what those guys can do with some of this video stock. The sorry, man. The bottom line is he did that. He changed the strings, and not because they broke, because one of them popped out of him between the block. It wasn't tightened down, and just tweaked the truss rod, and that's it. And he says, and it was from then on a totally playable guitar, made in China. Now if you can't find the Indonesia made ones, like I was telling Johnny, the made in Indonesia ones, I don't know how much does that thing weigh. Did you ever weigh it? Because I have a scale here, but did you weigh it?
Well, no, but this one is it's kind of heavy.
Got some weight, right?
Yeah.
The Indonesia ones were lighter, I noticed. So I'm not sure what the body's really made of. When you saw the cavity, it was painted up, or were you able to see at the neck pocket? Even the neck pocket, right?
Well, no, I think it's a.
Is it alder or is it poplar?
I'm going to say poplar.
Yeah, because poplar can be a little weighty.
And then adding the big block in the back also adds weight.
Yeah, a little bit of weight. So, but that's all he had to say bad about it. And he was saying, man, for $150 from, again, Alto Music, same place I got it from. And by the way, they've had these on sale at Alto Music throughout the years at specific times. And right now they just have a lot of them. They're trying to get rid of them.
That switch right there, it looks like a flying saucer.
Yeah, the flying saucer switch. The super saucer switch.
Yeah, those are all soldering points on this thing.
Yeah. Have you guys discussed how you're going to do this, or do you even know?
Find out tomorrow.
Well, one of the things that he talked about also is that the way the pots are wired is they have on the stock version, the one that he's playing here. Let me rewind this. The stock version of this, I'll go ahead and show you that. I'll turn it down a little while I talk though. So the stock version of this guitar, the volume knob for the bridge is in the middle there between the two. So the top one is for the neck, the middle one is for the bridge, and the bottom one is for tone. And he was having a hard time getting used to that because typically you would expect the volume knob for the bridge to be right at
on top.
Yeah, right at the pickup, right? So you can do the cathedral thing and all that kind of stuff. I thought maybe they did it that way because Eddie wanted it to be for the neck pickup, but no, he didn't. He set up the Beretta, so it was a single pickup guitar anyway. So why would he not have a he just have one knob? Duh. But anyway, why they had those Pacer Classics or the Pacer series back then. Now the ones they have out now they're calling it the Classic because it's kind of like those Pacers back then, right? And those were hot rod super strat guitars back in the day. So we took this $150 guitar and we turned it
Turned
into
into
a rock
$1,000 guitar.
monster. Yeah. So for 1,000 subs, sub a buck a sub.
So this switch, most of them are 3-way.
Yeah.
So this one goes
And it's
1,
not super
2,
mini like the one was
3,
before.
4, 5, 6.
6. So it's called a free
Yeah.
freeway switch. Not quite
So
the same as the DiMarzio Super Switch, which I also have one that I bought that I'm going to probably use on something someday if I ever build my guitar mod squad room. It's another dream.
here's what I'm thinking. Okay. So you got
Yeah,
the
that's for
switch
sure.
one position. You got one position and you got it just like this. Everything down and up.
Dined.
Okay. Then so that's 1.
That's 1.
That's 2.
That's right. There's push pull pots too. We forgot to mention that.
That's 3.
Uh-huh.
And that's 4.
4.
So you're getting 4 options on 1 times 6.
One
That's
times
24 6. Options you're going to have. If I'm
and then
correct.
if you know alter the tone knob or blend the volumes a little bit, you can get even different tones.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if you can have one of those positions, like let's say the back and all the way up one, make that one, which typically we use it as like a neck position, make that the back and up, like let's say that's like the weirdest one that you would probably never use. Let's make that one the out of phase one, just to give you that lo-fi out of phase thing that you can do.
But
That is cool to do.
If I'm thinking that's right, then we're talking 24 options of sound.
Yeah. Plus the blending, because keep in mind,
Yep.
then you can blend the volumes. If you're using 2 pickups at once, then you can blend them. So if you have the coil split, you can do a neck and humbucker with the upper, split coil being the upper bout. So, or whatever you want to call it, the closest to the neck. I want it to be wired so that when you do the split, that upper coil is the one that goes to the humbucker in a combo. Right, so you can get that telly twang thing going on, and then single as well. So there's just going to be a lot of crazy cool options you can do with the
plus the kill.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to make this unique because I wanted to make this what my dream of the Guitar Mod Squad idea is to do crazy cool mods like this that you can't buy in a store. And if you were to get one made for you, it would cost you thousands of dollars, right? Now, this is a solid neck, solid body, solid bridge, especially with the replaced poles that you took from your stock. We bought new saddles, stainless, bought the bigger block, the brass block for, feel.
Brought it out so you can pull it back.
There you go. He routed it out so it's not decked like that original guitar. You can't buy it. It's not decked. It's decked. I mean, it's not routed. So this is like fully floating. And it'll stay in tune, Ron did a great job on the neck. He spent 4 hours on just the frets and on that neck. Okay. That's not including sending the headstock down and doing all that finish work too. And then replacing the tuners and blah, blah, blah that he did this morning. So, they arrived today because the first set they sent, there was something wrong with one of them. And when I had them sent back, I said, hey, can you replace those with those Spurzol type button ones instead for another extra $10? So we spent $10 more. And and I don't know what kind of strings you put on it, but it's cool that they all have the brass ball end.
Yeah, well, I always do that for those. I mean, it's just a habit now. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never done that particular switch before, and he's only done one.
It's
been a while ago.
Dane's in the chat.
Hey, Dane.
Hey, what's up, dude? Right on, man. Doing good, dude. Hope you're well as well. What's the weather like in Arizona right now? Probably hot too.
Like I did with Michael B's Kramer when I added the extra switch and the neck pickup. I actually sent a piece of paper, combinations did what.
Yeah, I think we might need
I thought that
too.
was bad. Now this is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Zims, Dane, do you have a guitar anywhere in the shop there that's wired like this? Probably not. I mean, the only kind of players that I would imagine would want something like this is like
Studio musician.
Studio musicians, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, the idea of like what you know, what Randy was doing back then too. He had a 2 humbucker guitar too. I don't know how many switches did he mess around with on some of his V's that
He
he was
just had a
designing.
3-way toggle.
Just that's it. Yeah. Because he does momentary kind of bop stuff too on some of his songs. So you just go on and off with the humbucker, right?
Yeah, he would just turn the volume down on the neck.
We gotta have Dane on the show again because it's been a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should. Should we go check out Dane's latest video? Let's go. All right, let's go. How do we do that? Let's check out Dane's latest video. Is it Zim's Guitars? That's probably what it is. Zimmerman, Zim's, should be just Zim's, right? Zim's Guitar. I know I'm subscribed. This one, the PRS Gibson thing? No, yeah, 7 hours ago. Check out our website. Yeah, there you go. You guys can see this, right? Oh, you can't? I thought it was still up.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to go like this. Hold on. There we go. All right. Duh. All right, we're gonna go to Zim's.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
I hope I don't get copyright strike by Zim's.
For more of the inventory kind of videos, so I'm gonna go through a bunch of stuff.
Hey, I like that neck stand right there.
Have for sale as of March
I didn't see it.
2026.
Yeah, I sent that to him. I built it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like one of your 3D printed things.
Melody Maker.
Oh, look at that.
In blue.
Melody Maker.
It's a Gibson. It looks like it's from 2011. And
dang, that's a
really nice little
wild
guitar.
blue color, man.
It's got that whole Joan Jett vibe about it. It is a used guitar. I don't have anything new. I'm a buy, sell, and trade store right here in Mesa, Arizona.
Right there.
Feel free to call us about any of these guitars.
What else is he have?
Okay, next up.
Oh, okay, I have a Acoustasonic. Is that the Made in Mexico one, or is that the USA one?
On this thing,
looks like the Made in Mexico one.
Last week. And,
are they even making them in Mexico anymore?
In Mexico.
Yeah, okay.
Really nice. Acoustasonic.
Very cool, Dane.
It's got a contour button right here.
Actually, I like that guitar.
Really nice guitar.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like that milk white.
Brand new strings on it. Okay, we've got an
what the heck is that?
This is a Gibson
Whoa.
35.
Dang, look at the headstock on that. Does that look familiar?
I don't know too much about this thing. I do need to put new strings on.
I'm going to hit the pause as soon as it gets to that spot. Good job, Dane, hydrating it.
You can see that it's got the maple back.
Oh, look at that.
Maple neck.
Look at that headstock. That's cool, huh?
I'll go ahead and show you guys the serial number on there. It's got the old tuners on it. It's all original. I think it's from 1977. Unusual Gibson.
Yeah, it's got that pink, like my
strings on
Gibson case from my SR71.
Clean all this stuff.
Yeah, let's see what else.
This is a very unusual old Gibson.
Strats.
Okay, next up, we've got a Fender.
Oh, this
American USA Stratocaster.
No.
And this thing looks to be from, let's see what year this is, US 17. It's got the Corona, California neck plate on there with the micro tilt adjustment. And
is that a bad thing to use, the micro tilt thing?
Made in the USA.
I know a lot of people that don't use them because they're afraid of it.
2014. And what's cool about this has Railhammer pickups in it.
Oh, look at this thing.
The worn cherry look, but it's got a really cool set of pickups in it. All right, guys, this is a real pretty guitar. This is a Gretsch. Streamliner Jet is what they call this guitar. And I
cool.
think this one is on consignment.
Consignment.
But
Okay.
a friend of ours, you guys all know him. I think this
Oh,
is
wait a
Derek
minute. Wait a
Knight
minute.
guitar
What the
that
heck
he
is
has on
this?
consignment here with
Oh,
us.
for a second I thought it was a
Now,
Parker Fly.
brand new, these guitars, if you look on Sweetwater or wherever on the Gretsch site, these are
Looking
$349,
past everything.
brand new. My price.
Oh, here we go. This is the one for me right here. The Paisley. I've
Super
played one of
guitar.
these custom shop
And you
ones.
can
These
see
things are
they playing it with
freaking
high string.
light
Fender,
and they
made in
sound great.
Mexico, Brad Paisley.
Oh, this is the made in Mexico one.
guitar.
Okay, look at that.
And you can see this relic job is exactly how Fender did it. Super glittery. It's lightweight. I've seen these things around, and they are really.
I think they're made of
really
cedar
nice.
or something
My
like that
serial
instead
number
of.
says a MX17.
Those are
I
cool.
can get Brad to sign that for somebody.
Could you really?
2011?
Yeah, his parents live like
Brad
15 minutes from me.
These are
Oh,
great
dude.
guitars.
Okay.
This
No,
one's
the
He
on
next
graduated
guitar,
high
down
school
here.
across the river.
next guitar I send to you.
You know, they're 50-50. They could use a little bit of work done to it. But if you are here in the Phoenix area and you've wanted one of these Brad Paisleys, here it is. All right, next
Maybe I should buy that
we
from
have the
Dane.
Samurai guitar.
There you go.
Oh, the Samurai Guitars guitar.
Terra.
Steven.
So the Samurai
Isn't his name
guitarist,
Steve?
maybe you've seen
I think
his
so.
YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I saw him at NAMM
He's
too.
got a huge channel. This is his signature model.
I think I said hi to him. I can't remember. I used to say hi to so many people there. But he's super cool. I think he's Canadian.
He only had 100 of these things made, and this is number 17 of 100.
Yeah.
It's in perfect condition. It has its
The
original
Otera,
gig bag,
the Samurai guitarist.
and it's.
I think he actually has Samurai heritage, so it's not.
Otera.
He's not making it up.
Made out of the Cortec factory. Super nice guitar. Yeah. Very rare. You're never going to see one of these. If you're in.
Oh, you need to sell some of these. I'm sure you do, dude. Like you've probably been buying.
For a minute because
there's probably been a lot of people selling guitars right now. I mean, back when I talked about doing a purge.
All right, so we have another acoustic here. This is a Martin acoustic.
Nice.
And it's a good
it's got a split
guitar.
top.
I'm
the
not
body's
sure
got a crack in it.
It's all
like that.
But this one has a top crack in it. And so, unfortunately, out in Arizona, we have a very dry humidity. You know, we do have a monsoon
Mean Green Machine,
season,
right?
Which is over the summer, where it's sort of sometimes the humidity gets up there a little
we'll go to the end.
But all winter now, I'm going to set that.
Oh, there's more. Right, oh my God! Look. Hold on, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Like I said, this is a buy, sell, and trade store.
And I saw Zim play at the Whiskey A Go Go. You guys, I got video of that. My sister's gonna be playing there, Dane.
Some of them are kind of
this weekend. I'm gonna be down there watching her play. They almost were gonna try to get me to fill in for the guitars, but he ended up finding a way to afford to be able to make it to the show. So thank God, I don't have to get up on stage playing thrash metal. Right on, Danny Rock.
I know you do, so go buy a guitar.
Buy a guitar. All right, right on.
That's my favorite guitar shop.
Yeah, man. I wish it was closer to me. But we have some pretty good used guitar shops here too, but not as good as that guy's. I got to tell you, that guy's got one of the best. Absolutely. Yeah. There's one that's not far from here that I got to go back to again. They've upgraded quite a bit since I was last there years ago. I did go by there recently, and I'm going to be doing some work there actually in the area tomorrow. If I have time, more likely next week I'll have more time. I'm going to be back doing that work at a friend of mine's kitchen. Yeah, he's top notch. Absolutely. Dude, he gave me a sweet deal, a super sweet deal on the Friedman guitar that I have, the Ultra Relic one that I have, which normally I'd have hanging here, but I got to get the other hangers done on this wall here so I can get all those back down here. But yeah, you gave me a great deal on that, dude. And free shipping, even though those Australian guys were saying never a ship. They were wrong. All right, man. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Anytime. We got to have you on the show again. I'm going to try to get Rob on sooner, like in the next couple of weeks, right before we do the giveaway of this guitar. But what I started to say earlier in the show is that I thought of a way of doing this globally. And the way I'm going to do it might sound kind of strange. And seriously, I'm not going to like there's going to be no fix or nothing because I'm going to be
Be
using
right back.
StreamYard's. Yeah, I'm going to be using StreamYard's tool to choose from the live stream. But you've got to be on the live stream when I air it, and I'll give you guys a heads up of a couple days of when it's airing. Obviously, I'll do a short video announcing it, and that'll be up on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere. So there's over 1,000 subscribers to my show now, which is why I'm doing the giveaway. I finally reached that goal I've had for a while. And the bottom line is that I wanted to do something unique and special, and I wanted to not just buy a $150 guitar and give it away. I could have done that. A lot of people do that kind of stuff where they even get free guitars from places and they just give them away. And I'm not monetized, so I'm not making money. I mean, there have been people that have, gifted me some amazing gifts. So that's why, to me, I still am ahead of the game still when it comes to, having started this channel. I've gotten a lot of great gifts from people, but I've put tens of thousands of dollars in all the equipment that I have here. So, it's still to be all hooked up and put together and music made with it and all that stuff. And a lot of plans I have are definitely, still plans that need to happen. Right. Ron's made some of his music real. He's gotten some of that finally done because, we're aging out. We want to get it done. Man, this is not the best backdrop there. Here we go. Got to slide over like that because I got to be able to be seen vertically, right? I can't. I got to go like this. You guys see the orange bag there? I got a bunch of tubs of stuff in there. Anyway, so what you see on this side of me right here is all the packages I still haven't sent that have been due for months. I'm the worst at doing giveaways. I really shouldn't do them. But yeah, so 35,000 subs. Yeah, for sure, man. Dane's been killing it. It's awesome store and an awesome dude. Yeah. 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 And then when you think about it, what Ed Van Halen did back in the day is he bought like a body and a neck and stuff and probably spent maybe $150 on those parts and then got parts like I just did and put it all together. So Ron's doing the putting it together part, thankfully. I don't have the space, not in here. And I really had some plans to use this upstairs storage closet to make a little Mod Squad room out of. And I still might be doing that, or I might be getting a much bigger space if things work out with the ownership here. And he gives me that space in lieu of the 2 closets that he can rent out, then that'd be great. Then I could do some magical stuff in there. But yeah, right. That's what's funny. So I'll actually have space on my couch because right now that's what's on there. the lounge couch, or what do you call this? Psychologist couch, right? Anyway, it's funny. Yeah. Oh, guitar picks. Oh yeah, Brad Paisley, man. Yeah. I got a little bit into the guitar pick collecting here. Johnny Bean's gotten me a few, and I've got a bunch since then from other people too, and from when I'm at NAMM and whatnot. But yeah, so the other thing I wanted to talk about Randy Rhoads here is, I was at one of his shows, so I did get to see Diary of a Madman just months before that at the CU Event Center in Colorado, up in Boulder, and we drove from the suburbs of Denver, Inglewood. At that time, we were living in Cherry Hills, and that's the first time I heard that album was at my friend Chris's house, next door neighbor of ours, in their basement, because they have basements there, like a lot of people do that aren't in California. We don't have basements, but a lot of people have basements. In his basement, he had a bedroom, and then they had like a pool table, and he had his drum set, and that's where he had a record player and a stereo and all that stuff down there. And it was like the party room or whatever. The dad was like a doctor or something like that, and his mom was a doctor too. Anyway, I remember first time hearing that album when put it on the record player, and you didn't hear those songs. Oh, you're back. You didn't hear those songs yet on the radio, not right away, right?
Just Crazy Train.
Yeah, maybe Crazy Train. And the thing is, that whole album from beginning to end, just not a bad song on it. Everything in there is just like blow you away, amazing. Mm-hmm. And it was a departure from a lot of what you heard, unless you did listen to some, stuff like Schenker or something. Maybe there's a little of that kind of, little bit of the, In like Deep Purple, you hear some classical oriented kind of stuff a little bit, but it's bluesed out and rocked out. The way that Randy mixed a little blues in, some of those licks in, some of the pentatonic with some of the classical scales. What was the typical mode that he would typically use? I'm not even sure, but probably, God, I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask AI. I'm gonna guess
alternated a lot.
Ionian, but let me guess, because I know that that's one of Satriani's favorites, right? What's the classical modal scale that Randy Rhoads, the guitarist, typically mixed with the blues pentatonic in his solos and guitar songs? Blues-based pentatonic scales with classical diatonic and minor modes to create his unique neoclassical metal sound. Primarily use Aeolian, harmonic minor, and Phrygian modes. Okay, yeah. Mixed with chromaticism, yeah. And in this video, Joe Hansen demonstrates the mixing of pentatonic and natural minor scales in this style of Randy Rhoads. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, like in the Crazy Train solo, you have 3, fast note per string kind of runs that are frequently, melodic lines in the natural minor or Aeolian scale. Then you got the harmonic minor. And then I knew I heard some of this in his music, the Hungarian minor. Yeah, man. Identified as a key scale influencing the unique sound of Diary of a Madman. Yeah. I knew I heard some of the Hungarian, because I'm Hungarian, so to me it's cool. Some pretty cool stuff. So I don't know what your guys' favorite Randy Rhoads song is. Yeah, right. There's no one, right? Man, it's hard to choose. I'm gonna grab the tribute album here. Show you guys.
Which Bob and Lee are on 2 of those songs, by the way.
Show you. Good. They should be. All right. Oh, hold on. There you go. There's that guy. So when I saw him live, they did not have the castle set like that yet. Well, they did have it, but it was lost in the snow. They got stuck in the snow, and they couldn't. They were coming from Salt Lake City. I think they said something over the intercom. They were like over an hour and a half late to start. They even offered people, a future ticket, money back in a future ticket, and some people did leave, but most of us stayed. And he did pick up Randy. Ozzy did. So he tended to do that. And he did play the Les Paul and the Polka Dot V. I don't think I saw the Concord, the white one, yet. I don't think that was out yet, was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember because we were partaking in something. But let me get you back in here, Ron. But let me look at I don't know, Revelation Mother Earth, man. That's such a good song. But because I'm a keyboard player, I got to go with not Mr. Crawley, but yeah, Mr. Crawley. I mean, I was going to say not Crazy Train, but I got to go with Mr. Crawley because of the keyboards in it. But Revelation Mother Earth has piano in it, right?
Yeah.
So, and I love the piano part in there. And who plays that? Bob, probably, right? Or I think he had a guy.
I don't know.
They had a guy who did that, right? They brought somebody in who was like the string or the guy who did the strings for them. I remember him talking about that. So, man, this is not a bad song on any of that stuff that they did. Yeah. Well, and what he was doing is he was trying to be nice for the hairdresser, makeup girl, or whatever it was, that the costume girl or something like that, right? She didn't want to go without somebody going up with her. And
Rachel
so
Youngblood.
He was typically very afraid of flying. He didn't want to be flying around and had a thing about it. And he went up with her. He was being a nice guy, Rachel Youngblood. Yeah. Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, autocorrect, I I have no idea. The Gappy Days, the Happy Days. I know. That's funny. Oh, Red Rocks. Yeah, I've been to several shows there, and one of my favorite shows there was a U2 show. That became a live album. But ZZ Top there for my just a couple days before or after my birthday. They played Red Rocks, and I took my girlfriend Sherry with me. And I told all my friends in high school that I'd already left to California for the summer, so I can just spend some time without them around with my girlfriend. And then some people saw us at the show, and they're like, "Oh, you said you were in California, you dick," And we thought it was funny. And it was some guy that I didn't like anyway, so I'm like, "Yeah, why would we tell you?" It was funny. Greg Haney, that guy. I never liked that guy. He was kind of a jerk. There's some stories about that I can tell you off air in the green room that you're gonna crack you up about that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you're ever in Colorado and you can catch a show there, and we had dinner at the Fort, which I don't even know if that's still around, but it was famous for serving up Rocky Mountain oysters. If you know what those are, you know what those are, Ron? Do you? All right.
No.
They don't have an ocean in Colorado, but what do they have a lot of in Colorado?
Snow.
Okay, what do they have that grazes on grass in Colorado? What's Colorado known for? There's a lot of cowboys there, right?
Cattle, yeah.
Right. So think about what would be a Rocky Mountain oyster. That maybe not the female cow would have, but say the bull might have. Just saying. I know, Holly, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a great song, right? Yeah, it's such a good song. It's like a classical kind of, that piece of music is right up there with Beethoven and Mozart and Mahler and Bach and all that stuff, right? Yeah, Mountain Rocks. That's right. Well, they have those cow pies too. That's a different kind of dessert altogether. Oh my God. All right, we're getting off the rails again. The crazy train. Yeah. Oh, they have a place called a cave. They turned that into a bar, a rattlesnake cave. That's crazy. I wouldn't go there. Gargots. Yes, the family jewels. Don't roll over on the bottle broken glass with those, dude, because you're gonna be in trouble then. We'll never let you live down that story, man. But that's one of the best stories I've ever heard, to be honest with you. That was a solid story, man. Yeah, dude. We're going to LA. What are you up to, man? Are you back in Texas now? I think I heard you were. I think I heard you didn't stay in California. They chased you out, something like that. ICE. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God. What's crazy is that ICE is probably rounding up Native Americans and trying to send them off to El Salvador too, And it's nuts. Anyway, Diary of a Madman is orchestrated so well. Yeah, that's true. And that story too is not about Ozzy, which some people think it's about Ozzy. It's actually about Bob. He wrote that about what he suffered by, this not quite schizophrenia, but something similar to that kind of a delusional state that he would go into sometimes. And it wasn't by drugs or drinking or nothing. It was probably just in his brain, can happen. Do you know anything about that story? He told something about that story too. You remember what it was about?
It's just everything that he went through, and
but what caused him to have those delusional?
I don't know
states?
if he was born with that or not. I don't remember.
It could be possibly, right? Let's ask Google psychologist AI Gemini, see what she has to say about it. And then we should end the show soon. But anyone else want to tell us what their favorite Randy Rhoads song is? No, listen to that. That sounds good. Yeah, be careful, dude. I'm gonna have to do this to you. Can't have it. Just can't, because it's gonna block. it's not about copyright strikes. And one thing you got to be aware of, whether your channel is a free channel or not, in the sense that it's it could get globally blocked. This is a thing that happened with Metalhead Hippie and his show, that he realized that a lot of times people did covers, and I think that's probably what might have happened to his channel, is they probably just ended him, because one, he was doing it so PayPal was how he had people send PayPals in and help the channel that way, so he didn't monetize, and he didn't have like a membership thing or anything like that. But they played a lot of stuff that probably got him blocked globally, and you'll get striked hard, and so that can happen. You only need to have 3. Yeah, SAT. All right, Sato. What does that stand for now? I can't think. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well last night either. I forget. I unmuted you, but now you muted yourself.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're just playing the guitar, but
yeah,
acoustically. Yeah. Yes, Laz. Yes, Laz. What? I'm exhausted, you guys. I'm tired. Yesterday was a long day, and then the evening went long too. And I had a really late dinner, and that's probably what kept me up. That's probably what didn't let me, And I'm going way longer with the show today than I was planning. Even though I told my sweetie I'll be doing a 1-hour show starting at 7, and now it's 9:30 already, because we didn't really get the show started till about 8:15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not really going long, but we've been on air for trying to be on air now. I don't know what's going on with this vertical horizontal thing, but I hate it, and I didn't choose it. And it's weird that it opens 2 separate shows. What the heck is that about? Doesn't make sense.
When I looked on the YouTube, you had 4 shows scheduled.
Yeah, I did. I tried to delete them. Did I delete them, or I was going to delete them? Let's see. Can I do that in my? I probably have to do it on the laptop. If I go to YouTube. But I don't want to do the wrong one by accident, so I'm going to just leave it alone for now. Yeah. Planters dry roasted peanuts, good snacks. I agree. You know what my favorite snack is in the evening, when, let's say, I have my late lunch, but the late lunch is like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then I get hungry around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I might have a snack of apples, usually like Fuji, nice, tart, sweet, crunchy.
Holly, you got 4 notifications for 4 shows? That's crazy.
That's cray-cray. Anyway, so I'm going to, after the show here, I'll probably, when I'm relaxing, I'll go delete all the wrong ones. But yeah, my favorite snack is those apples sliced up into like little 16ths or whatever, and then I'll have that with crunchy peanut butter. And I usually go with like I don't think it's necessarily organic, but it's 100% natural is what it's called, and it's local, and it's yummy stuff. I think it's made in Santa Cruz, where Johnny's from, by the way. Yeah, so go check it out today. People are posting stuff on YouTube. Randy's Lost Tape stuff that Bob has released, I think, right? Can we say he released it, or is he going to get sued for it? Well, I mean, it's his stuff, right? He owns it.
Yeah.
So they can't do nothing.
Been listening to Randy all day.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. You were on the crazy train. Yeah, man. I've been on a crazy train before. I've been on a party bus too. I've been on the Mexican bus. Have you ever been on the Mexican bus? We did that in San Francisco, and we drank so much tequila shots, I was done halfway through that ride. Yeah, there's no way to pick which song is the best, right? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, guitar parts. What happened? Where'd it go? There. I did too, and didn't know what to pick.
She's talking about the 4 shows.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dates and cashews. Dates. That's a little too sweet for me late in the evening like that. That sounds great, though. Yeah, I like cashews too. I like the multi-mix of them, but I try to find them when they're not salted or very lightly salted. And sometimes, believe it or not, this sounds crazy, I'll rinse them and then I'll put them in the oven and then bake them for a little bit, and they get kind of soft and crunchy at the same time. You know, sometimes you sprinkle a little brown sugar on them or something like that. You can do, you know, you can go crazy and put them on like that. What's that paper called? That wax paper kind of stuff, parchment paper or whatever. Paper. Yeah, you can put them on that too, and like sprinkle them with all kinds of, you know, put maple syrup on them or all kinds of crazy stuff, you know. And that's a lot of, that's yummy. Oh, pistachios! They got a massive bag of the Costco ones. That's my other go-to. I'll probably have some of those tonight. Yeah, and sometimes I say having yogurt in the evening is good too. Before you go to bed, it helps with sleep because it does have melatonin in it, and it helps with the gut too. It's another thing. I usually have some yogurt with some nuts or some fruit in the morning, and then I have I've been doing I haven't done it in a long time, but I started doing the smoothies again. Yogurt and just fresh fruit and a little water. Yummy. Pumpkin seeds. Oh, my wife loves it when it's pumpkin season and I get the pumpkin seeds right out of the oven. You can buy them, but yeah, sometimes you can get those street, like in California here, we have a lot of roadside stands along the highway, in the valley anyway. That's right over the hills from us. And we went to one recently. Oh, let me show you a picture of that. And they had all kinds of, oh my God. Because we went to see the almond trees started blossoming, and it was beautiful. So we went out there, took some pictures there, and we went to one of these markets at one of the farms. Let me show you, because this is fun to show you guys this kind of in real life stuff, right? In real life. Let's see here. Was it that long ago? No. Oh, I think I saved it to family photos. Yeah, I did. I put everything into albums, so it's easier to find, and then I can't remember which one I put where. No. What the? No, I'm never going to find it. Screenshots. Well, I know I sent some to her, so it'll be in my WhatsApp. Nope. Doesn't that suck when you think, oh, it's going to be right there, but it's not? Important photos? No.
I got like 5,000 photos on my phone.
Dude, I'm no different. I'm so bad. Stories? No. Studio. Messenger. I don't think I would have put it there, would I? No. Messages. Maybe messages, because I probably sent it to her. No, because she always asks me, send me the photos. Let me see. Roxy and Maximus and whatever photos. Let's see. No. Did I put it here? What did I do? You know what? It's sometimes easier to not use the gallery from Samsung and just go to Google and look at what's in March. Sorry. Sometimes there's a little phlegm there that just doesn't want to go away. God, what did I do? Did I use her photo? Maybe I just did them with her camera. Oh no, here it is. All right, this is cool. Yeah, here we are. She hates it when I show pictures of us on YouTube, but you can see that in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, did it again. So you could see the blossoms. There you go. That's a nice shot. And then, yeah, the market there, you know, you had this freshly pulled out of the ground, right? I guess. Peanuts roasted. Look at all the fruits there. Tangerines or orange, those little oranges. Pumpkin seed, strawberry yogurt. Yeah. Mangoes. And this is all locally grown at Ari's or no, Arya Farm Market, something like that. I don't know why it's blurry. Look at that beautiful color to that. Wow. I don't know what these are, but I thought those were kind of interesting. Somebody know what the heck this is? Some kind of weird, like.
Yeah, that's from Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's how they take over the world. The pods. It's some kind of a fruit, though, I think. Yeah, it's called cinqua. Cinqua. Come on. Dang. Just doesn't want to focus on it. Cinqua. S-I-N, separate word, Q-U-A. And then look at all the dried fruits and nuts and stuff there. Yeah, man. So that's like 20 minutes away from us. And it's right over the hill. Yeah, okay, then we got like even bananas. That's got to be imported, man. I can't believe that. Chiquita banana. Yeah, look at that. Okay, anyway. And then they had dates. So that's why when the guy mentioned dates. And then all kinds of, I think they're Arab. They have a bunch of these like desserts that I've never seen before, but they're kind of cupcake like. But this was, you know, before, before St. Patrick's Day by more than a week. So, see, I don't know. These are actual fresh eggs. Look at that. Colored eggs. And organic, $9.99. And check this out. You don't see that often in the store. Who knows what that is? It's not bamboo.
I have no idea.
Sugar cane, dude.
Oh.
If you've ever been to Hawaii and you got the sugar cane right off the field, that's it right there. Pretty wild, right? Sugar cane, $2.99. 2 for $3.99. So I don't know what 2 is like. You get a whole stock of those things, and the price right there. Crazy, right? And then, of course, they were grilling. Yeah. So yeah, man, that was the place. Thought I'd share that with you guys. A little bit of California. It's not all bad over here. It's actually really nice. Expensive, but you know. Yeah, it'll rot your teeth though if you're like chewing on those. I remember first time we went to Hawaii when I was like 10 or 11, and yeah, scared the crap. What do you get scared of? Okay, don't tell us, Peggy. I don't think we want to know. It went pop. It's one with the bulb in it, and it went pop. Oh, you had like one of your lights just went. Phew. Oh, your TV. What? You have a TV that has bulbs in it? What?
Projection TV?
Yeah, funny. Back in the day, the whole TV was one big bulb. One big tube. That's why I called it watching the tube when you're watching TV. We're watching the tube because it was one big valve, as they would say in Britain, right? Big tube. Yeah, man. My neighbor grew some sugar cane in his backyard, and it grew like a wildfire. I grew right under it grew right under our fence to your yard. Yeah, right. Wild, right? Did you guys ever cut it off and suck the juice out of it? That's what we did when we were in Hawaii. So I think I should end the show, right? What do you think? We've been going on now for a while.
Yeah,
we went a good hour and a half.
Blew up Peggy's TV.
Yeah, we even blew up Peggy's TV. Where's that button? Jeez. That's what happened. Yeah. TV tubes, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and radios too. You can get some good tubes out of some old radios if they weren't like totally worn out or whatnot. Yeah, man. Sylvanias and stuff like that, right? All right, you guys. So we will have a guitar giveaway. I don't think I'm gonna have the Music is Therapy show on Sunday morning unless we're having breakfast and we do it LRI or whatever, IRL or Ireland style over there at that really cool rock and roll breakfast place that we went to the last time. And I think I went live from there last time too. And we'll walk you around Hollywood a little bit. If they're open in time enough before we leave, because we don't want to be there forever, you know. We might go to Funko Pop and we'll make a Funko Pop of Ron.
That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting.
The question is, do we do bodybuilder 80s Ron, or do we do 2020s, you know,
decrepit
stuck
Ron.
in the basement Ron?
Decrepit.
Decrepit. That's a perfect like band name. I bet you there was a band name like that, Decrepit, and they have the letters that are like lightning bolt letters and stuff. Like Anthrax. All right, good night, you guys. Hope you had fun. Oh, it was your TV. Oh no. Well, isn't your TV her TV and her TV's yours TV? Like his and hers TV.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, give a thumbs on your way out. Ron, thanks again for your work on that guitar. You're amazing luthier, and you do very precision, well thoughtful stuff. Not what I would call your average guitar mod dude. you're on a different level. You're at that, you know, Phil McKnight kind of level, you know, where you really know your stuff pretty well. I mean,
except for that switch.
Well, you know, I don't know if he's ever done one of those either. You know, it's pretty crazy. I'm sure it can be done, you know, but that's a custom shop kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to get that was because I had a guitar that had something like that in it. I had the Angelico that I gave to my daughter, and that has a 6-way switch with 2 custom 59 Duncans in it, the gold ones. That was a nice guitar. I don't know if you guys remember that one, some of you. The powder blue one, the double cut, semi hollow body one. That was a nice guitar. That was the highest level made in Korea Gretsch one that you could get, and I got it for super cheap. They normally were retailing those MAP at $19.99 or whatever, and I got that for $8 something.
Wow,
I know. So, and I bought it with her in mind, but it was such a joy to play that thing and having those, you know, 6 switches, but you didn't have, you know, push pull.
Yeah.
So then I took it to another level.
This is the stratosphere here.
Yeah. So what's your buddy's name that's going to help you with this?
T-Bone.
T-Bone. So T-Bone, good luck. I hope you guys have fun doing it. And I think you said you're going to take him out to dinner after torturing him with this, or lunch or something. Or are you guys going to go to that burgatory place, or where are you going to
go? Well, actually, we'll only be probably 20 minutes from it. So where he's at, we might do that. I
hope you guys shoot video of some of the solder work.
I'm going to try.
You don't have to do the whole thing. Just get a tripod camera phone thing and just, you know, and don't go too fancy. Just shoot a little video. The audio doesn't necessarily have to be good or anything either. You know, we can always talk over that, but it would be fun. And we can even do it like in fast mode version with like, you know, the Benny Hill theme in the background.
I'll have to run into something and fall over.
Something like that, right? All right, you guys. Thanks again for coming. You guys all rock.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I have one of those Samsungs too. One of those like smart TVs. And that's it. Ron's gone. I've got packages over here I still need to put together and send out. We're going to have a guitar. I might actually, I will start to tell that story. Maybe I might just have Ron just send it out, because if it comes to me, I might not want to give it away. And the other idea that I had about the worldwide giveaway is that if somebody outside of the continental United States win this thing, then I'm just gonna buy them not the same price $1,000 guitar, but I'm gonna buy them something like that guitar, maybe somewhere upwards around $300-400, and have that. I'll purchase it from a store nearby them. Let's say you're in New Zealand, and there's a guitar shop there. I'm not gonna ship you this guitar to there. I'll just buy you a guitar from your local store, and we can try to pick it out together. I'll help pick it out or whatever kind of thing. Might even do it to where, if you want something extra special and you just want $300-400 towards it, we'll do that. So that way you get a guitar, but then I'll hang on to this one and I'll give it away when we hit, like, say 5,000 or 10,000 or something like that, right? And then I'll enjoy this for a little while as well. So we'll see, because it's a lot of work that's gone, money and got into this thing. But at the same time, if somebody in the continental United States is the winner, and it's going to be totally random, but you have to be live and you have to be a subscriber and live during the show that I'm going to obviously announce. And you have to be in the chat, because we're going to use the random name picker, the StreamYard one, and it'll pick, randomly, and that'll be that. And then we ship it to you if you're in the continental United States. If not, then, and hopefully you're not in an area where there's all these winter storms and all this stuff going on. If that's the case, we might hang on to it for a week or 2 or 3 and wait until the weather gets a little bit better and then ship it to you, because it's shipping out from here where it's 90 degrees and it's going over there to where it's like 40 or below, so we'll try to work it out, right? Something that makes some kind of sense. Hey, what's up, dude? I wish you were coming this weekend, but it's all good, man. I was talking to everyone that I want to try to get together with you and play some golf. Yeah, we got to get together, bro. I miss you, man. I miss the hang. Yeah, and playing music together too is always a blast. So right on. You guys know my buddy Brent Ock Ears, right? Right on. And Dale at the end again. Thanks again for coming. Yeah, I know, dude. It's all good. You got to work. I got to work. Everyone's got to work. Got to, it's not cheap living in California, but it's a great place to live. All right. So does that sound like a good plan with the giveaway, you guys? Yeah. And I hope it's one of you guys that, is one of the members that's been around here, in a sense, member of the community that's hung around through all of the drama and everything that's happened in life in this YouTube world. It can be crazy sometimes, and yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes it can suck too, So don't forget to check out my buddy Johnny Bean's channel. He had some stuff on today about Randy Rhoads. He'll probably be talking about some more guitar stuff tomorrow. I may or may not have a Sunday show, but I'll try to post up some more of my NAMM stuff. I gotta do that. I keep talking about it, but I haven't done it. So I've got some more NAMM footage, Nuno footage, more Larry, footage, all kinds of cool footage still from that show and the event, and some more of the NAMM floor stuff too. I never even made it over to the pro audio side of that show. There was so much going on this time around. So I wish NAMM, was like a week long, not just 3 days. But people would go nuts. Especially the vendors. All right, you guys all rock. Thanks again. Listen to some Randy Rhoads before you go to sleep tonight. Yeah. Revelation Mother Earth. That's the one I'm going to go to sleep to. All right, until then, you guys, you all rock. Where's that button? There it is.